What is up, YouTube? How'd you like the last video on this Acer AX3400G-U4802? It was like a little silent video. Figured that would be fun for no one, so I did it. Excuse me. Picked this up at trade day. The guy wanted $20 for it, and I was not going to pay $20 for a computer that I didn't know if it really worked or not. I know $20 ain't a lot to some people, but that's quite a little bit of money for me. And in the previous video, it did have a password on it, and I used the Ubuntu 16.04 disk and run it as a live disk, and changed some command files to utilman and stuff like that, and was able to use the ease of access tab or little button on the login screen to run net user to delete the password. I deleted the password. I have reset Windows 7 Home Premium back to factory settings with automatic updates on, and as you can tell, it is doing an update. It did an update yesterday, and it had like 192 things to update, and that took quite a while, but anyway, just wanted to talk a little bit about this machine rather than silent movie it. Offered the guy $15 for it. He wouldn't do it, and I really wanted this machine just because it had a massive hard drive in it. It was dual core. Let's see, what did it rock? It rocks an AMD AX3400G. That's a lot of stuff, but it is a dual core processor with 4 gigs of DDR3 memory already in it, and a terabyte hard drive, which is pretty awesome. And this computer is very nice. I like it a lot. Long story short, he wouldn't take $15 for it, so I walked away. And then my wife, she said, "You was talking to that guy about that computer, what's the deal?" I said, "Well, I'd pay $10 for it because I don't know if it works. Because I have bought many at trade day, and it's kind of hit or miss. If I had to guess percentage wise, I guess I'm probably maybe 75% in the good of computers that did work, but the ones that didn't work, that sucks, because you have a machine that don't work, and sometimes, it's not something I've got parts laying around for, even though I do try to keep a lot of parts on hand from those machines that are dead. I harvest them for parts, get the hard drives out, the RAM, cooling fans, if it's a desktop, and stuff such as that. Dang, I keep getting off track here. Sorry about that. Anyway, she went over and talked to the guy and offered him $10, and it's like that. Yeah, I'll sell it to you for $10. And I had already walked away. She hollered at me. She said, "Hey, come here and get this computer." And then me and that guy that was selling it kind of looked at each other. He went, "No hard feelings against you or nothing, but yeah." And I said, "That's no problem. I still got a good deal, maybe, if it works." So that's the story on that. It does not have Wi-Fi in it. So this little fella right here, if you can see that, it's a Comfast. I touched something, maybe I didn't break nothing. It's a Comfast. A little USB plug. Very hard to see. There it is. is. See it? ComFast. That's a little USB adapter thingy. In here, that's where the fan and heatsink and all that stuff is. It was absolutely jam-packed full of dust. So I learned on my last video to take it outside before plugging it up and blow it out with compressed air. And this thing is quiet. I'm talking this PC is quiet, and it runs very well. That beeping it did a minute ago must have finished updating, and it is going into booty mode. And this flat screen Dell monitor here, I think I'll do another video on that and tell you about it, because I don't believe I have done that yet. I was going to let this load and show you the, what you call it, draw a blank, pardon me, the Windows rating. And on this device, or on this PC, I'm using the IBM keyboard. I've got it cleaned up. It looks pretty darn good. And I'll do a video later, which you've probably already seen the product, that I use on 99.999% of my cleaning for any electronics, whether it's the screens or the towers or keyboards or whatever it is. I'll show you the product that I use in a later video. And this computer is still booting. So, while it's configuring Windows, I would like to tell you another story, but I don't have one. But what I would like to say is thank you for watching thus far. And I'm going to pause the video, and we'll come back when she's booted. Okay, here we are, all booted up. Now there's still some more updates it wants to do. We got the automatic updates on. Let's see here. I believe I'm in the wrong section. Give me just a moment. System properties, that's what we're looking for. 4.3 on the Windows Experience Index, and it needs to be refreshed. Why don't we do that? Refresh now, please. I apologize for the shaky cam, and I know I said the computer was quiet earlier. It's still quiet. It's the air conditioner over there going brrrr. Oh, the fun of technology. I was thinking about it. See Mr. Blinky Blinky light there? It's kind of fun to watch. So weather permitting, we're having a yard sale Saturday, and I have greatly cleaned my room out of stuff that I wanted to get rid of. My motto on yard sales is once it's out of the house, it don't come back. If it don't sell, it gets donated. And if it's not sellable or donatable, then we've already threw it into the trash. I would do a pan of the room, but it needs to be vacuumed because I've got all kind of stuff scattered around. If you're still watching, thank you. Well, you know, what's the score really matters? It's Windows 7. It's what, maybe a year or two from being obsolete and unsupported officially. One thing I do love about this computer is right here. It's got Windows Movie Maker and Windows DVD Maker on it. Those programs, excuse me, you can't find an official version of it anymore directly from Windows. You can only find it from a third party, and there's warnings that it could be infested with malware. And that probably is true to a certain extent. Well, I guess while this is still loading, I could show you something. This mouse right here. It is a optical Dell mouse. Let's see here. It is. Figured it may have had like a particular model number. I'm not seeing that. Oh, sure ain't lighting in here, I tell you. Well, all that for the same rating. Anyway, this is just a plain old Dell optical mouse. My wife bought a picture scanner from Goodwill, and it's an older one, and it was 50% off Saturday. And it was for $3.99. I may as well say $4. She got it for $2, and then it was in a little bag. And then when we was pulling out the wires and the cables and the power cord and all the other stuff that come with it, that was in there too. So that come to my room. Well, I really don't know what else to show you on this machine at this moment, but I do appreciate you watching, and talk to you later.